Week 5. Let's go. I am so happy to be back. So happy that you tuned in. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who is watching today on this topic of literally what this is all about. What is love? This week, we are diving into the nitty gritties of what you think love is. And I mean, what does that even look like or feel like to you? They have this term called infatuation. I just recently learned about it. It's like when you have this strong crush for someone, right? Or you feel like this strong desire or attraction, something of this nature. And you can't go without, a day or two without talking to them, things of something like that. But they say this is kind of like what it feels like to be in love. You can't stop thinking about this someone. You can't stop. You can't not talk to them every single day. You know, whenever you get whatever chance this looks like. And my question to you is that what love is? Going completely insane over someone that you can't even function? I'm just curious. This is a discussion. We're talking about it. You're discussing it. And this week, let's go. Let's talk about it. I want to hear from you. I want to see those comments. Can we do that? All right. Week 5. Let's go. So we're getting into what love looks like, okay? We're getting into the craziness of what you feel when that's a part of your life. Sometimes people mistake it for lust, a strong lust and attraction. Like you can't, breathe and your little libido can't calm down around a certain someone. That's a little extreme, obviously, right? But is it love or lust? You know? Or, like I mentioned in kind of like our opening topic yesterday, infatuation. Is infatuation love or is infatuation just infatuation? You're just, you know, head over heels, they say. But my question to you is, does head over heels mean that you're in love? What does this look like? What does this feel like? I really want to know. So that's why I want to hear from you. I want to understand. I want to hear your opinions. I want to go. Let's go. We're trying to understand what this love thing is all about and this infatuation factor of love and things of that nature. Maybe this is why people have such strong feels when it comes to someone that they're claiming to be like what in love with, okay? I'm trying to understand as much as we're discussing it. And so this strong feeling, is that what love is? Is love attached to an emotion and then it makes you act on it? Is love attached to a nervous, systematic function of the body? Experiences make you feel stuff, but is that just what love is? The experience of it when it comes to whoever is entangled in that company of love? This is a really, really interesting take and look into this aspect of what is love this weekend. I want this to be a discussion. Ask your neighbor, ask your brother, ask your sister, man, woman, ask, talk about it. When you were in love, what did that feel like? When you were in love, what are the things that you did that you normally wouldn't do for anyone else, written for yourself? And so, as we discuss about it, I'd love if you can drop it into the comments so that we can all hear about it, read about it, see about it, think about it, because it's interesting. I do want to understand it overall, and I think everyone does too. So let's go, okay? Let's go. I'm having a lot of fun this week because, in talking to friends and family, about like, what does it feel like when they're in love? You know, I've heard of some cases where like, you know, someone might be advised about someone, right? Because they're so in love with whomever, that advice goes choo choo. Who knows if it even went into the air, is my point. They cannot literally think about anything negative when it comes to that person. The reasoning and the reality, their reality, it literally comes like crumbling down. These are just some things that I've heard, right? But is that what we want when it comes to being in love? Do we want to lose control of our reality and lose control of who we are and what we're all about? Why can't love be something that you can be sound about? That you can actually be conscious of and not drunk in love? Isn't that interesting? It's an interesting take, and I think that we should definitely continue this discussion. Think about this. I don't know, look into your old diaries and read about instances where you were in love with someone. And how does it make you feel? Reading about your former self. Have you changed? Is that still the same feels that you get now when you think that you're in love? And is it just the feels that makes you think that you're in love? Makes you believe that you're in love? Hence, is it the person then that is really your love? Or, like we've been saying, is love really just the experience? I'm learning a lot. I hope you are too. So, you know what my next phrase is going to be? Let's go. Let's keep talking about it. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit closer here because for some people this might be sensitive, right? For some people, being in love is something that they dream of. And then when they get it and it falls right through their finger cracks, it's devastating. And sometimes they wish for that again. So, you know, I'm like wondering, like, are you wishing to be hurt again? You know, I'm trying to understand. But I get it. An experience such as love, I guess, is something that people chase. I don't know if it's the desire to be wanted, the desire to feel something that you haven't felt before. Maybe that's it. It's something you haven't felt before. It's something that you normally wouldn't do, and it's outside like who you are and what you're about. And so it's like, whoa, this is not me. And it's usually when you're, you know, involved with someone else. And so we claim that we're in love because of that. I don't know. I'm curious. We're talking about it, we're discussing it. And these are things that like you see or you watch in the movies. They say people do crazy things when they're in love, or people say they're blind when they're in love. And what that insinuates to me is that we really lose our reality. It's almost like love is dangerous, more dangerous than being drunk. This is so deep. So let's keep getting deeper. Talking about it, discussing it, putting it into the comments. Okay? What is love to you? What is love to someone you might be discussing about this with? I want to hear about it. And I think everyone else does too. So thank you for dropping comments. Talk to you soon. So as this week wraps up, right, I have a question for you. With everything that we've been discussing about what we seem love to feel like, what we see or have experienced ourselves as far as like being in love, my question to you is love something you really want? Or because of the experience you have, do you fear being in love again? For the fear of being hurt? For the fear of feeling that pain once again? I think a lot of people might be going through something concerning this, meaning they felt it once, they don't want to feel it again. They were hurt by it, or they realized, like we mentioned, you know, sometime before, they lost themselves and they didn't like that feeling. Because just like when you're drunk versus when you're not drunk, nobody likes not being themselves, right? So then I come to wonder, Is it possible to be yourself and be in love at the same time? Is it possible to be fully in control of your being and fully in control of how you act around someone and still have strong feelings? Or still feel like you might be in love? Or is being in love just not for everyone because they've lost all hope and trust in mankind? It's interesting. Because sometimes when you lose your trust in humanity, who wants to be in love? Who wants to lose who they are themselves with someone you can't trust? Because then you're trusting yourself to someone else and not to yourself. Wow. Heavy topic this week. Heavy, heavy, heavy. But we have to talk about it, okay? So I'm encouraging everyone to talk about it, and I hope that includes you. So let's go. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in. This week's topic was heavy. Understanding what love is to you, to its core, how it makes you feel, what it's allowed you to experience, what you hate about it, what, what is it to you? I think, once again, we will definitely revisit this particular topic, but I hope that it continues to be the conversation. It continues to be something that we're discussing because it seems like I mentioned love is more so of an experience. The person is the variable, right? But love itself is the experience. And so that's why we're doing this. That's why we're discussing it. I just want to say thank you. Have a great weekend, everyone. Ciao, ciao. Let's go. That's a wrap. Week 5. We're done. Thank you for being a part of this, for discussing with me about what is love, for diving right in, for sharing your experiences. And I hope that this doesn't end. I hope that we can continue to share these experiences more and more. And I'm looking forward to hearing more from you. So I hope that you continue to tune in because we are going to keep going. This discussion is never ending. What is love to you? What is love? Let's go.